Let's get paid.
Let's get paid. I want to talk about you being late.
All right.
All right. We're not even going to touch on that you're an hour late. What I want to say is if you are going to be late.
I forgot.
Let us know.
I'm going to be completely honest with you
Shoot
guys.
us a text. Okay.
I fucking forgot. And I felt like shit because I knew I was going to get bitched at by Evie. The whole way driving over here, I'm like, I'm going to get bitched at. Like,
So when did you realize you were late?
When you texted me.
I knew it. I told you.
That was already like 20 minutes
I know
after.
what that text means. That text means,
my God.
oh shit, I got to get out now. Yeah.
I literally got home and I was on fucking figuring out. So whatever. I was figuring something out. And basically I had to upload a file from my phone to my computer and it wasn't working. I got that to work. Then I had to get it to a certain program opened. It wouldn't fucking do it. And I was going back and forth with Kelso to try to get this shit to work and it wasn't fucking working. And then I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it. So then I finally got it to work. I literally finished what I had to do and I literally closed my laptop and I was like, finally. And then I get a fucking text from Kyle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Saying like, where you at? And I'm like, where am I at? Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. I'm not upset.
No,
I'm not upset.
I fucked.
I
It
just,
was my fault.
it's always,
This is
isn't
something
just
that's
a you
super
thing.
important for me.
Yeah.
And I should have had that as a priority.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
I'm not upset. And none of us are in a rush today, so it works out. But I'm just like, in general, I just get like bewildered by people that don't let you know when something changes.
I try to. But like I said, today
it's been a stressful day. So that's,
and I'm not today. I completely forgot. It literally like I don't know. Blame it on CTE.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I think all Evie would have liked is I haven't left my house yet.
I prefer that.
Just admit it.
Okay,
just admit it.
I should have gave you an ETA then.
Yeah.
Just admit. Yeah.
I should.
Because then we know. Because instead we were just sitting here. We're just like, oh, did you see this TikTok?
Yeah, we did.
5 minutes later, he's like, did you see this TikTok?
Yeah.
We're just sitting right here.
All right, I'm sorry.
We shouldn't. We were like, we almost were like, should we just start recording?
I thought I was gonna walk into you guys recording and just
we talked about
shit
it.
talking.
We talked about it, but we were also glad we didn't because then we would have recorded a whole episode before you got here.
Yeah.
We would have been so. We'd have been like, so.
Yeah. So
the weather's nice.
Alex is here now.
What's it for the first 2 hour episode?
Yeah.
By the way, I found a video for us to finally fucking post.
Okay.
Reels.
Of us?
Yeah. So it's like it shows on Premiere Pro. That's what you're gonna use, right? To cut clips. It shows exactly the settings that we need and the export, and like that's how I did everything.
Listen, okay,
nice.
we're gonna tag team this. Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna tag team
because
this,
we
for sure.
can't.
Now that I know how to do it, 100%. Like now I know for a fact I can make basically whatever I want and upload it exactly the way I want it to.
Because we're the two laziest people. On the planet. Like,
well, the problem too is also like
we just get distracted.
I don't know. Does that happen to does that happen to you that like you get almost like pre-project
overwhelmed
anxiety?
Anxiety when you don't like you have like for example with Reels or whatever. Like I had an idea of how to do it, but I never had to actually do it. Like finish it from like because especially when you're combining two different file types and like images with video content, like it was completely different.
Yeah.
So
but
like
you figured it out.
Yeah, but so now that I figured it out, I'm like,
Welcome to being a
shit!
Zoomer.
Like I don't like now that anxiety is lifted because it's the actual doing it anxiety and then finding the correct clip. Because then I'm like, damn, I gotta go rewatch all this, and like I was rewatching something, and I had a clip, but then the more I watched it, the less I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
and then I was like, and then
that to me is the hardest part.
You just gotta let it go.
Timestamps.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard. I don't know. Maybe the thing is like. Every time somebody listens to it, I have to like look over their shoulder and be like, all right, when they laughed. They laughed at 30 minutes in, like, all right, cool.
Yes. And then we got one clip for
one
the
note,
episode.
One note, be funnier. Second note, at 30 minutes, they started laughing.
Gosh. Well, welcome everybody to the Bunker Boys podcast, episode 12.
Yeah.
It's episode 12.
Wow.
I'm Evie.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Alex.
And we're three idiots that work together, decided to start a podcast.
I'm the biggest idiot.
Yeah. Today you are. Each episode will have an award for the biggest
idiot. All right.
And
it
wasn't close this week.
Yeah. This is
I'm willing to bet that I will win the most prizes.
Should we have like a board behind us where we mark
tally mark
every episode?
For the biggest idiot.
Gosh.
I was gonna.
There's 2 bets I'm gonna make. One is that I'm gonna be the most. 2, that Kyle will have 0.
Well, I'll get 1 or 2. Don't worry. Yeah.
I'll be you run the show, dude.
You're gonna try to get one, and we're still gonna either one of us gonna do something that like accidentally earns us.
Yeah.
I told Kyle when we were still doing like our competitions on the Apple Watch that I was going to bring in a whiteboard and just put all the times that I was undefeated. But now Alex beat me 1 week, so
I finally. All right, so let's talk about that because holy
this is the
shit.
easiest win you had too.
That was the easiest one I had, and thankfully so because I literally couldn't beat him if he tried. If you tried, I wouldn't have beat.
Close.
I know because if you tried, I wouldn't have been able to beat.
I didn't work out
because
for 4
everything
days.
I did, exactly. Everything I did was literally like I got up ahead, and I'm like, all right, I need to take a break. So when me and Evie compete in the Apple Watch shit, we go in, and so you can max out at 600 points a day, but to get 600 points is like fuck.
It's a lot. It's probably the equivalent of at least like 3 hours of working out.
Yeah.
At least.
For sure, yeah. For sure.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
and we hit a couple of 600s. Like, that's the thing. We
had a couple in a row. like it was like Monday, Tuesday, and close on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We were hitting, so like we did like 9 hours of working out.
Yeah, and then we went right back to back because he beat me again, which at that point you were like, what, 6-0, 7-0 or something like that? And so, like, we went right back at it, and I came out strong. I was like, I saw that he wasn't working out for the first couple of days, so I was like, let me at least work out. If I can work out and I get like a fucking lead, at least I can take it easy and not. He'll have to do the 600 days at the end. I won't have to. But then I crashed, dude. The thing is, going for 600 points like that is honestly not healthy.
Well, and we were talking about a little bit at work today. I don't know if you heard us, Kyle, but we were talking about like how we go so hard, like especially like like if we're gonna do a competition like 3 weeks.
Dude, I haven't worked out in 4 days.
Yeah,
I haven't worked out in 4 days.
We do a competition 3 weeks in a row. Week one, we go.
You guys go
so hard,
dude.
Like to the point where we're coming in and we're like, "Did you see what I got last night? You freaking loser! What'd you get?"
Alex is up at midnight working out. Sweat it out last minute,
dude. Literally, like race to the end every time.
11:59. You're like,
yeah, you're jumping out of bed just to do some high knees.
You get an alert that he worked out, and you're like,
we go so hard that we just burn out, and then we don't work out. So it's really not.
It's not
better
it's
because
not
no, because we go like we need to like what
my
we need
legs
to do
are
is we need to set rules.
Like still, my legs are.
We need to set like rules. Like
we have to set a cap lower.
There's at least, but there's at least like one rest day. Everybody has
Yeah.
at least one rest day. You know, like we have to do stuff like that. Like because we like even like I'm supposed to be a rest day. And I'm like, well, shoot, he worked out, so
I gotta work out.
My knees are just aching.
Dude,
my back is sore.
God. Yeah, I'm about to have to go into another surgery just because of these stupid competitions.
Yeah, we need to set some parameters, but because ultimately it is good, but we go way too hard.
I was gonna tell you about my brother-in-law. So I was also doing the competition with George, and he the funniest shit is like I would literally work out late just to fuck with him.
Yeah, that's
and
my
then like
strategy,
I would
dude.
get, like he has an elliptical in his garage, so like I would literally like finish working out at like 11:30 one day, and then I would get an alert at like 11:50 that he worked out for like 20 minutes.
You're like, why?
Just to get those extra.
Do you get the alert when it, like, as soon as somebody starts working out?
No, when it's finished.
No, that would be funny if you did though.
Yeah, he sees you working out. Like,
Alex would be texting me like, "Oh yeah."
The only thing is I
Watch
kind of
this.
know when you're working out because you usually close out your rings mid workout.
Yeah.
So like once I get an alert that you close out your rings, I'm like, oh shit.
It just depends on how
Gotta get
far I
back
run
at it.
too.
Huh?
I didn't realize
get back on it.
I didn't realize it gave you that notification because it notifies me after I'm done working out.
No, it notifies me when you close it, and then I'll get a notification probably like 30 minutes after being like, oh yeah, you finished the workout.
Okay.
There we go. Now I know.
Bethany does not the competition, but she does monitor everybody's rings. She's like,
oh, it's fun.
So and so from work has more rings close to me. I gotta go.
It's
and
fun.
I'm like, oh,
like I can look right now and see who's not doing anything.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see
what's
what
crazy.
mine,
Like that's a
'cause I
lot of
haven't
weird
worn it all
data.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex is at 0%.
Yeah. I
Somehow you burned a calorie. Did you put it on?
No. Maddie must have grabbed that shit.
Somebody's working at your house. My sister's 123% passed, but she's got such weak Ella.
What is it?
She's got 620 calories, 40 minutes of exercise. She's got her stand at 16 hours.
What does that mean though? It's not really 16 hours.
No, it's just like you have to stand
16
so
times
often.
or something?
16 times. I honestly don't understand.
I don't know how to say.
But yeah, and some of these people, man, they're at 0.
That guy-
Mom,
that
go
guy turned
mom.
his phone off.
Mom's at
Yeah.
111.
Where'd she go? It's school time.
She's
Chasing
a
the kids
teacher,
around.
so
Oh.
she closes her stand
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And let's
Quickly.
see, last but certainly not least, my father, I'm sure, is killing it. Oh, I don't even. Oh, yep, here he is. 115% pass, 1,400 calories.
What's he doing?
Working for the Lord.
Oh. Okay.
He's a pastor.
Chasing down the demons. Yeah.
I just imagine him working out with his workout gear, still having like the pastoral stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
him just in
I
like
like
a
that you
t-shirt.
Is that
with
his
a-
Cossack?
Do you think
Yeah.
he wears like a robe?
yeah. Like even though you're
No,
not
man, he's in
Catholic, it's
jeans
like
and a button
Catholic, a whole like gown.
Yeah.
Putting the thing in.
Lifting for
The
Christ.
He's got-
big like
He's got 200 Bibles on each side of the bar, just going at
Yeah.
it. Freaking squatting the holy water that's left over. Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta
it's
take
fun.
it easy on those.
Yeah.
It works. It does work.
It
It
works.
motivates you.
So
Like
works.
I don't.
It
like,
motivates you, but it
definitely
quickly
wouldn't have worked out
It
that
quickly
hard.
demotivates you though
Yeah,
when you're
bro.
sore.
So
when
what's
you're
the next
sore, and
move?
if somebody's super up ahead of you,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
somebody's
'Cause
super up
you-
ahead
Oh,
of you,
you're like,
I'm
what's
not
the
gonna-
point?
Yeah, I'm not gonna catch
I'm
you.
not gonna work out if I'm already losing.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think it's also easier. Like I am waiting on a plan for. So I don't think I
can't
talked
wait
about
till
it.
you get that
I don't think
plan.
I talked about it on the podcast
No,
yet,
you
but
didn't.
You gonna share
I
with this
am
guy? You
I'm
gonna-
signed up. Yeah, I'll share it with him.
Okay.
We'll do a breakdown of it.
Okay. Ooh.
So that way, because you're into working out, so you'd probably want to hear it too.
Why'd you say
We'll
so
do a
passive?
breakdown of it.
Yeah.
Well,
You do
I
your
know.
little
You're into
workouts.
squats. You're into
Yeah.
squatting. You know, I'm not. I don't really do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But,
Kyle likes to pick heavy things up and put them down.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I like to just try to run fast.
I have a bike. It's right there outside.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that
Good
bike's
bike, good
heavy.
bike. Is it?
Yeah.
That bike,
That
I
bike is
moved it
sturdy.
out
Yeah.
while we were waiting for you. I moved it out.
Yeah.
You gotta pick that.
Yeah.
I saw it in your mind that you're like, should I say it? And then I was like,
Yes.
fuck that, fuck it, I'm gonna say it.
Oh, dude, but it's heavy. But signed up for my first half marathon. I'm
Okay.
excited. I have a training program on the way, but January 7th.
It's gonna be cold.
So, yeah, and it's up in the Panhandle. So
Are you gonna get the shorts?
and it's on the
Little
beach.
Shorts?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get
Okay.
those
You're gonna
shorts.
wear your hat too.
My New Balance hat.
You got to make sure you like cover your nipples because I hear they chafe. When
I
you
want to
run.
go shirtless, bro. Is that allowed?
Oh.
I've seen people go shirtless
Wow.
in the races. Yeah, it does though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's serious. Like,
Yeah.
my right nipple will chafe,
You gotta get
and
the
I don't
pa-
know
you
if
get
it's
the
like when I
pads.
don't, because I shave because I have just the like.
It's patches.
It's not
Maybe
patches.
that's what it is. Maybe the hair.
It's the
like,
hair. I think it's the
protects
hair.
me.
Okay, yeah.
no,
Well, because that's what I
it's
think it
the
is.
Shirt rubbing up and down.
Yeah, but like,
But I think it's
don't
the
shave.
shirt.
if you
hitting-
run 26 miles,
oh, 26 miles, yeah.
But I'm not running. I'm doing a half marathon. Okay,
What?
so that's
Oh,
13.1.
But how?
Okay.
But like, do you chafe on like a 3 mile
Yeah,
run?
yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
not
6
3,
hours.
but like 6,
Okay.
5 to 6.
Then no, I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it's
get-
I think it's
because-
I think it's when I don't like shave like consistently that then it's like the short hair that like
Oh, the short
it
hair.
like
Yeah, little
irritates
shorties.
it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yo,
I'm not a
told you, you
man
gotta try
yet,
and
so I don't have
marry.
I don't have a lot of chest hair.
One
so-
day it'll get there.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hit it next year.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm
Yeah.
excited, bro. I'm excited to.
So half marathon in the middle of January, Florida. That's the cold time in Florida, in the Panhandle. So is it on the
And
water?
it's on the beach. Yeah.
Oh, but you didn't even say who you getting
So,
the plan from.
That's
my
what,
uncle.
That's what I was leaning
So my
the
uncle
background.
is
My
nuts.
fault.
Yeah. My uncle's crazy. He's done multiple marathons. He did the Boston Marathon, which we looked up how to qualify
Yeah.
for the Boston Marathon,
Fucking
and you have to be
nuts.
literally the Flash.
Yeah.
I think what was it? Was it under 3 hours for our age bracket?
Yeah, I don't even remember. But
3
it was,
hours?
Under 3. You have to run a full marathon under 3 hours in order to qualify. You can't just
It
go
was
run the
like-
Boston Marathon.
It was like an 8-minute mile. right?
Average, like 8
I
minute
think
mile.
it was like under.
I just watched a guy qualify and he ran under 7, and I think he ran under 7 every mile.
That's fucking nuts.
Like he was averaging
That's
6:55.
nuts. What's
That's
the fastest that you run?
That's flying. Well, what you guys challenge me to? You said I couldn't run it in under 8 minutes.
I don't
Did I do it in under 8
Something-
minutes?
Yeah, I think you did.
And it was 1, and I was gassed.
yeah.
So what? 7:4. Let's just say 7:45. I ran a mile in, and I was just gasping for air, like I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
die.
I thought you were gonna get shin splints before you could
Dude,
do it. That's right.
I didn't
Yeah.
run for another 6 days after
Yeah.
that.
And then that's the crazy part. So your uncle told you like basically stop doing that, right? Like, or what was it that you were doing that he told you to like stop doing? Because you said you wanted to get a faster time, and you were telling him how you did it.
I don't remember. We talked a little bit about it though, and because I told him I was like, for me, like a goal, especially like, okay, it's what, August 23rd.
Yeah.
It's not till January 7th, right? So what, I have like a little over 6 months, right?
Yeah.
I would love to get the half marathon under 2 hours. That's like my like internal
What is
goal.
that?
Okay.
Okay, for us laymen, what is that in?
I think
average?
it's around 9-minute miles.
Dang, it's still
So
that's
it's
fast.
fast.
That's fast.
Pretty
It's
cool.
fast, but we were like looking at my times, and
What are your times?
well,
everybody?
lately it's been bad because I took a little bit off. But like when we were competing, like at the
Yeah.
height of it, my average was around like 9 to 9.5 minutes. So like
that's
I'm
pretty
right
good.
in the
Yeah.
ballpark because at first he was like, under 2 hours, you're crazy, you know. And
And then you told me your time, and you were.
I told him my time, and he was like, "Okay, that's doable." But the other
Wow.
thing is too, my sister is also doing it with me, and he's doing it with us. Like, are we going to stay as a unit, or am I just going to leave him?
He's gonna beat all of
Oh,
them.
he
No,
could.
yeah,
He could
we
leave
can
us in the
smoke
dust. No,
you.
but I
Yeah.
think he just is happy that somebody's doing
Okay.
it with him.
Yeah.
So I think he'll stay with us. I think we even asked him if he'll stay with us, and he
He's
said
gonna
he
do
would.
it backwards.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna
Yeah.
do it twice in the time that we do it once.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like, are we gonna stick together? Or are we gonna separate? I don't know.
What would you prefer?
It's more
Don't
fun.
lie.
It's more fun to
Yeah.
stick together.
but
You're gonna want to,
which
but
one would you
also-
prefer?
I would want to go for time.
Yeah.
You're gonna go for time. Like
wanna
you're
go
gonna
for
see your sister lagging behind, and you're gonna be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, if she
I
starts,
feel like also
Yeah.
how competitive you are. You want your uncle to do it
Yeah.
with his time. So
hey,
you can
run
see
your
how,
speed, Uncle
Yeah,
Scott.
so you can see how close you
He
are.
leaves me mile one. I'm either mile one. I keep up with him mile one, but that's all I got.
Yeah.
Like the whole tank's empty after mile
Yeah.
one.
Uh-oh.
Gosh, yeah.
That's crazy.
I will say though, it is more like even when I just go running with Ella, my youngest sister, it just seems like the time goes by faster because I told you like we talk.
Yeah.
Like we'll just start talking.
Which that's crazy to me. Like that's the thing too is like I can't comprehend. My pace isn't even close to what yours is, bro. Like my pace is so fucking like on treadmill I can get like under 12-minute mile, but running on street I can't do like I can't even get under 14
Why do you think that is?
because I'm heavy as shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
But like, why is it so different?
I don't know. That's my
You know?
that was my
His
biggest
lungs?
question too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but
they
like
can't
you're
keep
still
up
doing
with
it
it.
on the treadmill.
Oh, the difference with outside.
yeah,
the
yeah,
difference
yeah.
with outside is easy.
No,
Outside is. I thought you were talking about.
Oh, outside
No,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it is
yeah.
easier because
I'm-
No,
sometimes
inside is easier.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, because like it's all mindset on the treadmill.
Well,
because you
also-
set it to a certain pace.
Yeah, you're keeping a
and so,
consistent
like, yeah,
pace.
Oh,
so you're
okay.
keeping a consistent.
That
like,
makes sense.
On the road, you're like, what is that
You have
called?
hills,
What is that
too.
called? Inertia or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
carries you.
yeah, you actually have to push your body forward.
Yeah.
So like that's an added like on the
Yeah.
on the elliptical you can literally just go up and down. Like you're
Yeah.
not going forward. You're just
Oh,
staying
that's true. Because
in
I
one
did
position.
notice
And you
that.
have to watch out for the rogue teens out there,
Bro.
That will bully you for being fat.
There,
Oh yeah, no, I run at night.
Yeah.
there
Shame,
were.
so nobody sees me.
I ran during
My
the
tiny
day.
shorts just in the pitch.
Yeah, because somebody's gonna call the cops on you.
yeah.
They're like, "Who's this guy with the short shorts around the
Who's
kids?"
this fat guy with just short shorts and nothing else?
Yeah.
Dude, I ran by a couple real street youths the other day, because there's a school right by my
Wait, street
street
Youths.
youths, dude.
dude. I thought you said street Jews. I'm like, what is that?
Like, you can't say that.
What, you can't say Jews? What?
I don't know.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I thought-
Yeah, in your
No.
head you're like, whoa.
Street
Like,
youths.
wait,
That's
what?
Somebody edit that.
That's a New Girl reference. That's a New Girl reference. That's what Schmidt calls.
Oh,
the
yeah,
youths.
yeah.
Schmidt calls the kids. Because there's a school right by my neighborhood, so there's a bus stop on like the first corner I hit, and they just looked like they wanted to beat me up, dude.
Oh, they did.
And they could have.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, they
Oh,
could
yeah.
have, but they looked real tough. They were riding their bikes.
They
And
have
I didn't like
Huffies.
that, so I stopped running during the
Do
day.
kids still ride Huffies?
No, it's mongoose.
Oh, that's
I
back.
could have sworn it was a mongoose.
Oh,
it had the
man.
pegs.
Oh,
I think you can put
mongoose,
pegs on anything.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. Like, what other brands of bikes do you know? Schwinn. They
Schwinn.
still- but Schwinn isn't like a cool kid bike.
No, that's why I'm like, what is a bike that
Yeah,
a
no,
kid
this
has
is
that you're
what
scared
I-
It's
of?
got to be. I had a Diamondback. Did you ever see a Diamondback?
But I think
Diamondback.
Huffy
I
meant
thought
you didn't
Diamondback.
have money for a
But Diamondback-
mongoose, right? That was the Walmart version.
No, mongoose was the Walmart. I got mine from Walmart. You think I was
maybe I'm-
rich?
Oh, okay.
Hell no, my shit was on layaway, and I barely got that.
Dude,
bitch.
what's layaway? yeah.
The Huffy.
Exactly.
My parents were like, you can't do that either. I was like, all right. I'm like, no layaway.
Yeah, no, that's how we got Christmas.
Yeah.
Fucking
The
layaway.
layaway.
I
I
get
didn't
it
even,
now. You're not getting it. That's what I was told. yeah.
it's like layaway is pretty much like a credit card, but like
Yeah, it was like a store.
it's
You
like
basically
a
you would,
store credit card.
Yeah.
kind
But they hold it hostage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
don't
allowed to
get
have
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
don't
yeah,
don't.
you
get
don't
it.
get it. They
Nah,
like
the worst part is when you could see your shit too.
when
You
they
would go
put-
and see it.
Yeah,
Well, they
Like, what do you go
like,
check to make sure it's
yeah,
there?
they put it in the
No,
back.
they put it in the back, but you could like the ones up front you could see because it's like just like a chain.
Yeah.
Like,
and
holding it back.
like what? Like you were going there to like pay.
I think
some
I
of it
saw it
off,
the other day. I
or-
think
Yeah.
they still do it. I think I walked into a Walmart and
They
like
still do it.
I think so. I don't know. I think so. Because
Walmart's
what I-
essentially then like a neighborhood storage.
I'll
Like
tell
you
you-
just
Yeah.
storing all
I'll
my
tell you why
crap.
I said
Yeah.
that because you know what are they have like a McDonald's inside, but there's like
Right.
other shit, right? I
Yeah,
forgot
they get
what this
customer
one.
service in the back.
You've seen
yeah.
the hair salons and
Yeah, the hair
Oh,
salon.
yeah.
Love that.
the eye doctor
That's where my
sometimes.
grandma went for the longest
Oh
time.
my
Oh, yeah.
god, bro, we were so bad in high school. Somebody came like when everybody had a bad haircut, like that's what you said.
Oh, it was the Walmart cut.
or the from the mall.
Oh, dude, I got my hair cut in the
I
mall.
bet you
Platinum
did.
cuts,
Yeah,
dude.
I bet you did.
Platinum cuts.
Wow.
But what was I talking about before?
Layaway.
Okay, so layaway. So yeah,
Yeah.
I walked in and the fucking food, whatever. It wasn't McDonald's. I don't know what it was.
Subway.
Like a
No, it
Blippy
was
or
like a
something. What was
Checkers
that?
or some
What was
shit. I
that
can't remember
sandwich
what
shop?
it
Oh yeah. That
Oh, yeah,
Blippies. It was a Sbarro.
It was
fancy.
closed out and it was just packed with like kid shit, like bikes.
Oh wow.
Just everything. I was like, oh, I know what that is.
Dude, they see the
That's
recession
layaway.
coming. They're
That's
like,
crazy.
put layaway back on. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
when
didn't.
you come in as a kid and you're like, my bike.
That's fine.
So
It'd
like,
be
okay,
mine.
but when you'd go in and see it as a kid, like you were like, were you guys going there to like pay some of it off? Like, why were you seeing it?
Because we're going to Walmart for whatever the fuck.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
just would like, you'd be like, Mom, I'm
Grocery
just gonna go.
shop or
I'm
whatever.
gonna go make sure my bike's
No,
still there.
like a lot of times it was up in the front.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, because
I can't believe they did that. Like, did or do that? I don't know, but like,
You didn't know that?
it just takes up space. No,
Well-
I'm just baffled by the
Yeah, the amount of
space it
space.
takes
Yeah.
up, and that they're like, oh, this might be here for 2 months, but it is what
I
it
think
is.
it's like
Like,
because they were gonna sell it anyway, so they were
Yeah.
like, well, somebody bought it, put a different
you'd
display up
think
there.
there'd be like,
I mean,
a
I don't
whole
know.
other
I think
warehouse
I'm
attached.
thankful because
Yeah.
honestly, like,
Yeah, for real.
I probably would have got that bike without it. And
Yeah.
after I got that bike, I was literally never home. I'd ride my bike to go fucking play basketball, just ride around, do whatever.
The Huffy, dude. You have the pegs?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah,
to take.
pegs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
pegs.
gotta grind them.
My dad got me the
No.
diamond. No, yeah, I wanted
No.
to keep mine
want it.
pristine. Same thing with my skateboard. I was like, I could do a board slide, or I could just keep the graphic cool. on
Wow,
the
you
bottom.
want to keep it? I didn't want to keep it.
Eventually, I had one board that I kept clean, and I had one board that I did a board slide.
Okay, so I
One board
skateboarded a
slide.
little bit.
Yeah.
I skateboarded in middle school, and like I wasn't any good. And I remember that I was in 6th grade, and I used to walk across. Was that 6th or 7th? I don't know. I can't remember. But whatever it was, like the 8th graders were like playing skate out back after school. or
Didn't want to
whatever.
play that. I wasn't good enough for that.
Yeah, so I always did. But then I got called out one time, and they were like, "Do an ollie right now," and I fucked it up. Like,
Just an
horrible.
ollie?
bro, just an ollie. Like I
Yeah.
got so fucking nervous, I couldn't even. do
Yeah,
that
I would get
in
nervous
front of
too.
people.
I would get
Yeah.
nervous too.
And like, so I literally like the only time I ever did anything was in my backyard and like where nobody could see me.
And it was
'cause I would
always
bust my
standstill,
ass.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
standstill,
Like I could land the kickflip standing still.
So I don't know why I did this. So when he told me like, "Oh, do the ollie," like I should have just did it the same way I do it, but I didn't. I fucking like actually ride.
You like he ran. He had it in his
No, I
hand. He
didn't.
ran.
Yeah. I'll show you.
He went like-
Yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
I was like, drive at me, and I would jump over you, I'll ollie over the car.
He went to the top of the hill and just bombed it.
No, but yeah, I like skated, and then I tried to do the ollie, and I fucked it up. And honestly, that was
Oh.
probably my first time ever trying it while skating, because like in my backyard, I only had like a
You don't
little
have space.
patch.
Yeah, you don't
I only
have
had a little
space.
patch of like
Yeah.
cement that I could like just practice, and like my whole thing was I wanted to practice an ollie, like which I knew how to do a standing ollie already, but what I would go practice every fucking day was a kickflip like that. I just wanted.
Did you
to
ever get
fucking-
it?
No, I could never like land it clean enough to
Yeah.
be like I got it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was always like I would like the best I would do is like land it and then like
One
balance
foot go
off.
off.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I landed it maybe. It had to be under 10 times. Always motionless.
This is the first time I ever said that I never landed a kickflip.
Oh,
If
shit.
you asked me aside from like before this, I would have said,
Bro,
like, oh,
yeah,
hell
all
yeah,
the
bro.
time.
I
Middle
could
school-
fucking kickflip right now. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Your middle school
I'll
boys
be
are
like,
gonna
I guess
hand
what I got
us
a skateboard.
They're gonna be like, I knew it. He was lying.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was telling you was about the graphic shit. So all these kids were like starting to grind, like because the way my middle school was set up,
That was a
the
pretty
high
big.
school.
like step up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So,
You were
like, if
hitting
it was the
rails.
eighth graders. So like that's what I was gonna say. Like we had middle school, and then literally across the street, it was just a one lane, was the high school. Bad fucking idea. Like you literally got middle schoolers. Like how old am I? How old are you? Sixth grade?
11.
12, 13.
11?
And I literally bumped elbows with fucking seniors. Like how?
Yeah.
Like what is that? Fucking a goddamn adult already?
Yeah.
They're
Like,
flicking cigarettes at you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like all the skate high school kids would grind at the high school, and like
Not allowed either.
us
No.
like if the middle schoolers went, we couldn't skate. We just have to watch. Like we couldn't, because then you get fucking.
There was
bullied.
never like a cool guy that was like, "Hey, let's show the youngins."
No, because
like,
the cool guy is like
That's not
you're
skate
not
culture.
cool. Like you're not cool until you can land like,
Yeah.
tricks. Like that's the whole skate
you
culture.
had like
is,
one shot.
Is it like the whole skate culture,
Like Eminem.
especially back then was
These weeks.
the whole
Mom
the skate
spaghetti,
culture
dude.
back then was literally like ride or die. Like it was literally like
Yeah.
you had to be a fucking fanatic for skating since you were born, apparently. Because like I picked it up late. I picked it up in sixth grade, and I was trying to like fucking catch up, but I never did. But yeah, so like you would go watch, and it was like they would grind off like there was like little like 3-step with like a little metal
Rail?
handrail.
Mhm.
And
So you were hitting
no,
stairs.
hell
Oh,
no.
bro.
I'm
yeah. I
watching
never
the high
got to the
schoolers do that.
stairs.
I'm watching high schoolers do that, and so like that was also another one. Like I wanted to. My whole thing was like, by the time I get to high school, like I want to be fucking badass. Like
Dang.
it's not even. Like, it's the craziest part. Is like I guess it goes back to what we were talking about, the fucking workout shit. Like I'm such a competitive person. I didn't even really like skateboarding like that. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I never wanted to be the fucking greatest skateboarder all
Yeah.
the time.
But you saw it as,
being
like,
in
an
that
in.
moment, yeah. but-
As socially.
Yeah.
well, not only socially, but it's like you start getting ranked on because it's like you probably like fucking suck, and you just gotta sit there because you're like, yeah, I fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like,
I do suck, actually.
yeah.
Dude.
So then what I would do, and this is bad, don't ever do this because that's how you get called out as a poser, is fucking actually like putting the marks on your skateboard.
Wait, you
dude.
put marks on the
But
skateboard?
I-
Put marks on the skateboard.
man.
I did that, but not to. Okay, I'm telling the truth here. Okay, I'm not.
But I never said that I grind like. So I put
You just
I
had.
put-
You didn't say anything. You didn't
no,
want to make a big
it's not
show
even that
of it.
because I didn't. I did get called out, but I was like, nah, it's not. It's for me, like trying, like me practicing. They're like, all right.
Right.
Because when
But, like-
someone was like, let me see you do it, I'm like, no, I don't want to show anybody until I land it.
But I did it
Damn,
to,
I've
like-
never even fucking attempted to hit one because
God.
I'm like, knowing my luck, I will fucking break
Just
a whole
bust it
leg.
right there.
Yeah.
I did it to like check the rail. Like you didn't just go into a rail without checking to see if it slides. Because if you jumped up on that thing and it was stuck,
Oh, you
you
didn't
were
wax?
going. Yeah, I never had.
Oh,
wax.
that's why. Okay.
So I relied on if other people did it, or I had my own. I had a rail from Played Against Sports. Do you remember that store?
Oh yeah, play it again.
I had a little red rail.
We had a half pipe outside of church actually.
Bro,
Whoa.
dang, were you dropping
those
in out
extreme
there?
sports. over here.
I did drop in a couple times.
Dropping
One time
in-
I fucked my arm up
Dude,
bad.
that's
bro.
scary. I still today I'm
Bad.
like, no.
And I was like,
You just
fuck
have to
this.
commit.
This is stu-
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
have to
Once
commit.
once I realized that, I was like, all right, cool.
Like I couldn't really
Gravity's
tell
One
you.
of the youth
Otherwise,
kids broke his
yeah.
arm, like trying to.
And did like they shut down the ramp for a
No.
couple days? They're like, get back out there.
But it ended up like, actually, I think that we did shut it down for a couple days. I forgot what. Oh, because at that point it wasn't it was like a quarter ramp, like so you just dropped in and then it went straight to the.
because we had the mobile
street.
ones, the ones that you could like break down and like had wheels on the
No,
bottom.
somebody
yeah.
fuking.
They built, like, a
Jesus that
legit
shit.
one?
Like, yeah, they made
Yeah.
it. They built
Hey,
it. Like,
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
yeah, it was actually pretty good. Actually, like random ass kids would come at like. You'd be in the middle of
You
church.
witnessed to 'em, dude.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
shoot.
see like a bunch of goth kids, like
They got the upside down cross on their shirt.
Literally that. I
Thanks
was
for
like,
the
what
rain,
are we doing?
Jesus.
One of them's got
It was too
horns
funny.
on.
Yeah.
The fallen angel wings coming out the back.
But also at that point, like I thought, like half pipe skating was stupid.
Really?
Yeah, because like I was into like Viva La Bam and
Oh, so you like the street skate
Yeah.
better?
He just wanted to
Yeah.
carry a skateboard and hit somebody across the head with it.
Yeah.
That's what he.
I always wanted to get into a fight with a security guard because I'm grinding on like some
my
public
God.
building that I'm not supposed to be at.
You wanted to fight Paul Blart?
Yeah, I wanted to
Easy
knock
fight.
Paul Blart out.
Easy fight.
Yeah. I wanted to like. This is my favorite thing to do, and I know it's not good because like you should never sucker punch somebody. But have you ever watched those videos where like the like because also too like security guards get really aggressive
Oh, yeah.
towards like skate teens, It's like that's always a weird thing.
It's
So,
like I think when they see it, they were like, "This is it.
Time to shine.
This is my moment."
Yeah.
but
dude.
I've seen a bunch of, especially like back then, like there was all like so that's another thing too, is like in the 90s and the early 2000s, like there was a lot of videography surrounding skateboarding.
Yeah.
So like we'd all see these videos. It was honestly in high school, it was for me, it was like skate videos and fight videos. Like what was the
bum fights?
Yeah, bum fights. What's the
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice.
Slice,
Yeah,
yeah.
all those.
Gosh.
And then skating videos and a lot of fight
he's
ones
still the
wearing
same person.
skate.
He really is.
But yeah, there'll be some where like the security guard's like holding the kid by the shirt or whatever, and then like some fucking teen comes out of the back and just decks them like,
Oh wow.
like
He wanted to be the teen that came out of the back.
yeah.
God.
Which you should never do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't condone that. The Bunker Boys do not condone.
But at 16, I would.
But if you send me a
slap the
video, I
motherfucker.
might laugh at it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Viewer submissions are accepted. Bro, I remember I wanted so bad. I was like really into skateboarding when we moved from Oviedo to Ocala, and I thought like I was gonna come into Ocala like the cool skater kid, you know, and like be all like. And
Hey,
you
we
you,
always
That is a
have,
funny
you
like-
saw
picture.
pictures of me, right? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't ever gonna be the edgy one.
Dork.
But I wanted so bad. I wanted a skateboard room, right? That was still when you had a themed room.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
like around 12 years old. It was probably too late to be doing that, but I wanted.
He's a late bloomer.
I like
That's
how you
yeah.
realized that as you were saying. Like, yeah, I had a theme room. I was 15.
Yeah. It was last year.
Oh, I wanted it so bad. I wanted somehow to put those like the half pipe in my room, like the ones like I said, like they were rollaways. So it was a quarter pipe, and you just put two of them together. So I remember I had for the longest time. Just and my parents were just like, whatever, do whatever the heck you want. I don't care anymore. Like you're 12, you shouldn't have a themed room, you idiot. And I just had a piece of plywood in the middle of my room, and I would just sit on there and just try to do kickflips. And so that's all they heard was just into the late night, just constant, just me not being able to land any tricks.
God.
Oh man, those were the good old
Man.
days. The themed room. When was your last themed room?
I never got one. Poor.
8.
Yeah.
Also 8 kids.
Yeah, 8 kids.
Oh yeah, how many siblings do you have?
Yeah.
7.
The theme room was like,
It was children, dude.
Whose bed? Yeah.
The theme
How many
room
beds
was
can we fit in
children.
this one room? That was the theme. Yeah.
Kyle's theme room was "It's a Small World."
Yeah. Who's that old lady that lives in a shoe with all those kids? That was me. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. I should have known better. Alex, did you? Have a
I
theme
never
room?
had a theme room, but my sisters did.
What did they have?
Just like princess shit, but at a super young age. Like everything was like Disney, princess. Mine was just blank walls.
You didn't want it, or like you just?
No,
didn't?
I never like. Also, I always had. That's another thing too. Like, it's funny because when it comes to design, like I'm a very simplistic. Like I like my room too. Like I would put up one poster and be like, perfect.
That's it. Look at all the
done.
negative space.
It was always like a 90s model, too.
Yeah.
In a bikini.
Baywatch. Just
Yeah.
on
It was
the.
hot rod.
Yeah. Yeah, that calendar. Ooh, do they still make those calendars?
I don't know.
Like the bikini
Somebody's got
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Bro, I think the reason I always wanted a themed room because one of my mom's favorite shows growing up was Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Oh, yeah.
With Ty Pennington,
Dude.
and like they would put like full planes in kids' rooms, and then there's
No,
like
dude, did you
This
ever
explains
watch?
so much.
yeah,
Did you ever watch
That's
Pin
why
My
you
Ride?
like Joanna Gaines so much.
that's true.
Did you ever watch Pin My Ride?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not consistently, but
Yeah.
I know.
Dude, that
I
shit
played
was
the game.
great. That oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was great because I would love how they would bring like the shittiest car that you're like. They even like they didn't do anything to the
No,
engine.
nothing.
Nothing to
It's
the
still
actual mechanic
pouring
of the car.
smoke
No,
out.
it broke down
Yeah.
the next day.
But they put a fucking popcorn machine,
Yeah.
a slushy machine.
Yeah.
The shit throws a whole fucking party. Like you pull up,
Yeah.
you open the back, it's a block party. Like
Yeah.
immediately. Like, dude, there was also a point, the funniest part was like every time they got like a big truck, how many fucking TVs were they gonna fit
Oh, yeah.
in the truck?
You got a PlayStation 2 in here.
Bro,
you
that's
got
so true.
8 screens. You're like, all right. And your car broke down.
Yeah, I would
Bro.
love to like hear those. Imagine if that was shit was now, like with Twitter and stuff. Like you see the next person a week later be like, my shit broke down.
Yeah.
It's just like it just becomes
No
like
one will buy this.
their yard like thing. Like, it's just like we got it doesn't turn on, but we can use the speakers.
They put it out front like a museum, like this is on Pimp My Ride.
Bro, did Pimp My Ride do the remember the Hulk hands car from Tokyo Drift? Did they do that?
Did they do that?
Didn't
I
that
don't
have
know.
speakers like when he opened
think
it up
it
or
did,
something?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a
But
while
that's what
since
they.
I've seen that.
But like,
That was
that's
the
what they were
idea of,
going
like,
for.
yeah.
But the problem is, it was all these fucking like hoopty like trash.
Yeah.
Like a fucking Ford Escort.
Yeah.
And shit. It's like
Yeah.
Pimped out from the fucking '89.
Yeah.
Like
It shouldn't be on the road anymore.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was a fucking. What was the? Remember that? It was like a little like it wanted to be a Jeep. It was like a Geo or some shit like that.
Oh, well, there was the Geo.
Yeah.
The FJ?
Yeah.
No,
Toyota
but you're talking about the
Geo.
little Geo. But there's also like, what is the what was that little Jeep? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. It was like shit like that. Like
Yeah.
shit that literally shouldn't be even exist
Too small.
anymore.
Yeah.
You know, if I watched it now, it would give me hope for my truck. Like,
Yeah.
I can
they
turn
would-
this around.
They would like, bro. You imagine
The
what they did to
interior
your
would be
truck?
nice, bro.
Yeah,
The
bro.
interior would be nice.
Shit
I
would
mean,
be
they'd make the exterior
crazy.
look good too, but you open the hood.
Every truck
Yeah.
they did fuzzy. Like every truck was like
Oh,
a,
you get that shag.
Yeah, the shaggy.
I felt like all the seats were leather too, like that
Yeah.
real like 50s diner looking
Oh,
leather.
yeah. Oh,
Like,
man.
nothing was like comfortable, you know?
think about the actual details of that. Like they had to link up with somebody, right? Because they're not spending money on
Right.
these people.
It's all sponsorship.
So it's all sponsorship. So like, imagine the sponsors like
Johnny
giving their
Rockets.
shittiest, like,
Yeah.
well, they're sponsored by like whoever's like getting them the shit. So
Yeah.
either somebody's paying for it, or like the shops, which I'm assuming the shops are probably giving it to them at a discount.
Yeah.
Which is probably like the shittiest shit that they have
Yeah.
that's not selling. It's like, here, go put this in somebody's
Yeah.
car.
Maybe we'll get
these
some
rims,
traffic
dude.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
it was,
that's-
I mean, it was entertaining.
that
Yeah.
style of show was just like huge.
The
back
reveal
in the day.
style.
Yeah.
Because like think like American Chopper too. You know,
Oh, I
remember
love
that?
American
Bus?
Chopper.
I
What was that
loved
one?
Move That Bus was Extreme Makeover.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
about what was the other one that they used to make like? I think they made a school like a school bus into like a whole like skate ramp and shit. It was like
I don't
monster
know. I
trucks
don't
or
know.
some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know.
What was the guy like?
Wouldn't be
Jesse
surprised,
James
huh?
or some shit?
Oh,
Well, he was,
yeah, I know
he
you're talking
was
about.
not American Chopper. He was Orange County Chopper or something like that.
No, Orange County Chopper was American
Oh, that
Chopper.
same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I know what you're talking about though, because
Yeah.
like remember they had the whole thing where like when the son left Orange County Chopper and they all
Yeah.
competed. It was Jesse James, the son, and the dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was like another show, but the Jesse James guy I don't think just did motorcycles. He just did like
Yeah, he did everything.
did everything,
I think
yeah.
I remember like they like cut open a fucking school bus to where like it was like reverse suicide doors.
Yeah.
And then inside was like a whole fucking like skate ramp and shit. It's like
Gosh,
I like
yeah.
that one because it was like just nonsense stuff that they
Yeah.
were just
Yeah.
fabricating.
All of it was. I mean, you
It
think
was
about it.
all-
Some of the
yeah.
the American Chopper stuff. It's like this guy plays baseball, so there's bats as like
Yeah.
as the
Also, American
Yeah.
Chopper was so funny because every episode was like, "Yo, how do these guys how are they in business and how
Yeah.
Yeah.
like do they make money?" Because every episode is like the biggest drama with like shipping
Yeah, with
failures
one
or some
motorcycle.
shit. Is like
Yeah.
you
That was
gotta wait
the-
till the last minute for this
Yeah.
to come
Yeah.
in, and then
Yeah.
it's crunch time. Like every single time,
and
it was
somebody
crunch
was throwing a
time.
chair through a window. Like,
Yeah.
dude, was that the start of like drama
Yeah. I think
TV?
so.
Like really?
Yeah.
Like I because I didn't. There was no like Kardashians back.
They were the
then,
first
right?
Kardashians.
Ooh, oh shit!
Like was that like
the first?
was that the beginning?
Was
And
Pawn Stars before that or was
no,
that,
Pawn
No,
Stars
Pawn
came
Stars
in
after.
a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, yeah, I guess
That one's
so,
still
huh?
going though.
yeah.
Pawn Stars is still on.
Pawn Stars is still.
Still
So, yeah,
good.
was
I
that
like
the-
watching
Is that
Pawn Stars.
old man like? Is he still alive?
No, I think he
I think he
passed.
died.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
But what happened? What was the stuff that happened with Chum Lee? Remember, Chum Lee went to jail for a little bit.
Oh, I think it was drugs. Like.
Oh, it was
something
drugs.
like that,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought it was
I think-
like
I think he's-
embezzling money
Yeah,
or something.
No, I think it was drugs.
he sold the wrong Pokemon.
I could be
card.
wrong.
Damn,
Don't
man,
quote
that's
me
so
on that.
sad that man died. He was my favorite.
He was just
Every time they asked him, he was like, "Nah, I don't give a
He was
fuck."
no
Yeah,
nonsense,
my
hey,
favorite.
bro.
What am I doing?
He was
Yeah.
no nonsense.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
when
he was my
Chum Lee
favorite
walked
character.
in, he was like, "Get the f out
Yeah.
of my office, bro."
God damn, bro.
Not him
Like,
again.
The main like son, the Baldwin Rick, I think his name was. He would hear him out, but if
Yeah.
Chum Lee and his little Tweedledee and Tweedledum walked in, he was
I'm not dealing with you.
missed me with that.
Man, that type of show could come back though. I'd watch another one.
I'm surprised it hasn't, to be honest.
Like that type
Well, I
of
think it's
reality
still-
show.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Was
they
that
still do
TLC?
The helm. The,
It was like TLC. It was
TLC used to be
Like,
dominant.
yeah. There was a huge like run. It was like TLC and like History Channel. They were all competing against each other.
Do you remember the show Wife Swap?
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? show?
Have I shown you the one
My
I
mom
want to
had
talk
us
about?
watching that. I'm like 7 years old.
Oh.
I'm
Did you
watching
see
Wife
it?
Swap.
All right,
you
we
see
got to
it?
talk. Speaking of that, we got to talk about one specific one. I don't know if I talked to you guys about, but it was called White Black. About the.
Well, you've shown it to me at work.
Oh, wait. Is that is
That's
that the
the
one we
Ice
saw?
Cube one. Yeah, yeah. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
Where it was like the black man went to the white family. He's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck
and they
is
do the
this?
makeup to cover themselves up. Oh, they changed skin color. Yeah.
Like they really.
forgot
All
about
right, we'll have
that
to bring
shit.
we'll have to watch it. We'll have to talk about that on the podcast.
We need to.
I didn't
What we
watch
need to
it.
do is we need to be able to watch clips.
Yeah, we can do that.
We have to do it obviously in like small bits, but
Yeah.
like to be able to show clips would be perfect for that.
Oh yeah.
That would be
We'll
good.
have to
That
do that in a
one's-
week.
You
or
got to
two.
watch the Chappelle show. He did an
Oh,
episode
yeah.
about a wife swap. But was it wife swap or was it husband swap?
It was like
I think
it was like a husband swap. Yeah.
And it was like, well, it was him as the white man and the black man.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking funny, dude. That was a good one.
Just such strange shows back in the day.
Yeah.
John and Kate plus 8. Did you ever watch that one? That was the one.
I know
with-
that, but that's
They had
the
like
Duggars,
the 40.
right?
Well, it's that the Duggars came after.
Okay,
John and
that's the
Kate
bad
plus 8
one.
was the one where it's like
Oh.
she had like 8 kids at one time,
Oh yeah.
like all at the same time.
Yeah.
Leanne probably watches that.
It was
Oh,
it was
God.
another like
Probably
it was
was,
like
yeah.
another like there was drama, so like they were super entertaining because the husband and the
Yeah.
wife they ended up divorcing and they
8
went
kids
their
will do
separate
that to
ways.
you. Well, at once.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
Oh yeah.
Your sanity and
Yeah.
your marriage is gonna make that.
But man, TLC.
I
used
can't
to
even
be the
imagine that
place.
4.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Love you, babe.
Yeah. Well, his sanity is gone. So
Dude. But speaking of shows,
Okay.
we wanted to talk about one this week. We watched Alex and I watched the Manti Te'o documentary.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, okay. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
want
yeah,
do you
yeah.
want us to talk about it, or do you
yeah,
want us to
it's
wait?
like I mean I know
You
a
know
bit
the
of it,
story.
yeah.
You'd think you know though, but that shit is wild.
Well, I'm sure there's
bro.
more, but it's fine because it's
Yeah,
real
yeah.
life.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
You could look it up. Like literally everybody that like when you start watching, you start looking shit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Because it starts foreshadowing from the jump because it knows that you already know
Yeah.
shit.
You
So I
can't
think
have
it
spoilers for
expects-
real events. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If somebody gets
And
mad about spoilers about
that's
like
the
a
thing.
documentary, I'm like, it's a documentary.
It was actually a
Google
pretty good. It was actually a pretty good documentary because like I feel like they didn't hold your hand through the story
Okay.
as much as some of them do. It was like it was more like the shit that you don't know yet. So it was like a lot of which I never even fucking have seen this. I didn't even know this man went on Dr. Phil, but it had the person. Well, he was a man back then, but now he transitioned to a woman. Who fucking catfished Manti Te'o. And like it's so fucking crazy.
So let's break down for anybody who doesn't know. Manti Te'o
Yeah, go ahead.
was a college football player.
great,
An
college football
amazing.
player.
Where was
like,
he at? What school?
He
Notre
was,
Dame.
Notre Dame. That's what I thought. Okay.
He was a
Notre Dame.
Polynesian guy, and usually like Polynesian
Big,
guys that live in
yeah.
Hawaii end up going to
Yeah.
a USC. Troy
Right.
Polamalu did it. A bunch of them did it. I think he was even talking about some of his family.
Yeah.
have played for USC.
He's like a big, strong guy that you're like, this is going to be
Yeah.
elite level.
So like he didn't go to USC, ended up going to Notre Dame, and it was a whole culture shock. Like, I feel him every time he talks about that because it's like we were talking about it. Imagine going from sunny Hawaii every
beautiful
fucking
beaches.
Yeah.
day to wherever the fuck the hell
Landlocked in the cold, and it's just dull. You know,
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're surrounded
God.
by Christians. So I'm just
Ugh.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Ugh.
They're Catholics. Oh no, they're Catholics.
Yeah, they're Catholic.
Oh my, I'm just kidding. Even worse. It's a joke. So it talked about like how serious he was about football
Right.
and how he wouldn't he wouldn't really date anybody, right? Especially
Yeah.
like during football season. Like the girl had to be very understanding that like during football season, football was like the priority.
Well, that's
Yeah.
another thing too. Is like I just watched the Derek Jeter one, and he kind of said the same thing. Like he knew that while he was playing baseball, he couldn't get married, he couldn't have kids because it's like even though I wanted all those things, like I knew it wasn't fair for them to like understand my commitment to baseball. And I'm assuming for Manti Te'o it was the same shit.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
he
So he
can't
didn't-
reel somebody in. And he's
Yeah.
also like he seemingly in the documentary like seemed like a really genuinely nice
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I would agree. So yeah, so like all of a sudden he gets a friend request from this girl, and he starts like he just started talking, right? It just goes about how they just
Yeah.
talked, and then it just led into a relationship kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, long story short, the whole time he was being catfished, but
that's great. Like it was like 2 years that were.
It was 2
It
years,
was a long
but
time.
but
'Cause
like
that's there was like cancer involved.
okay,
Well, okay,
well
so yeah.
first
Okay, all right.
first
Sorry, I'm
he
getting
was
ahead.
he was fact checking himself. Like that's
Yeah.
what we didn't know back in the day. We thought we were like what an idiot. You know,
I'm
like,
still like, I'm okay. I'm not gonna call him an idiot. All right, because I think like anybody that's that like. Also, when was this? 2008, 2009, 2010?
No. This was like 2011, 2013,
Well, he played. He graduated and went to college.
He graduated college in 2014.
Was it 2014?
I think he got drafted in 2003.
Yeah, I think I drafted before that. Whatever. Regardless, at this
Somewhere
point in
in that
time,
time.
catfishing wasn't a thing. So like, I can't really.
Well, it was.
Yeah, but like
It was
like,
new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not
Like
like
the movie had just come out.
Yeah.
Like the original movie that the show is based on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
exactly.
it was new.
So it was brand spanking new, and like, also the way how genuine he was. Like I could see that he can fall into trust with somebody pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it's like Evie was saying, he checked with like his cousin, somebody else. I think he named like 3 or 4 people that like
That he said, "Do you know
do
this
you know
person?"
this person? And they're like, oh yeah, like yeah, I know.
And they confirmed, it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he fact checked with people that like this was a real
But
person.
then also like 2 years, bro.
2 years. Yeah.
2 years.
Well, that's
And-
where it's
long
like,
time.
oh
so
man.
okay, so 2 years sounds like a crazy amount of time, but let's think about his schedule. How
Yeah,
long is college football?
Football, you're
Because you're not
probably
visiting
going-
nobody during football
And you're
season.
probably going from like
Right.
when does camp start in
Preseason
the
start-
summer?
yeah,
right.
preseason starts in the
through,
summer.
and they made it to the playoffs into like bowl
Every-
games and stuff
yeah.
every year. So you're going through like January, February, like
Yeah.
probably close to February.
Yeah. So you have
Still
maybe
leaves a lot you could have gone.
Yeah, there's still like a whole like I'm like, all right, school's
yeah,
out.
all right. So you got almost like you probably have 2 off
You
seasons
need to, you
meet
need
the
to
girl,
recover that
bro.
whole time. You can't go
Yeah,
see
he's like, oh, I'm
anybody
tired,
because she
I'm
was
bored.
she was allegedly in California.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he would travel back west every time.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
And so like he so the person that like catfished him too, I forgot his fucking name.
Yeah, I forget what it is.
I don't know, whatever.
yeah,
So like
He not only set up this girl's fake profile, he set up cousins,
oh yeah,
uncles,
that's another thing.
yeah.
He set up a whole
parents,
family,
siblings.
a whole fucking family, bro.
He was
And, like,
running a whole like it was just a huge operation,
dude.
It's
oh
incredible.
my god, it's crazy, dude. It is fucking nuts. Like, and the thing, and then like the shit started happening. So like 2 years in, Manti Te'o is kind of like stepping away from his girl at this point.
Yeah, it was starting to fade.
Yeah, it's like obviously, like you haven't seen this person in 2 years.
You start
like,
to lose
You're
hope.
the fucking man too.
start
Like you're
to
the
lose
man
hope.
at Notre Dame. Like also his 3rd year, like it was a big decision on whether he was going to stay in the in college and stay and play in the league. Like I even remember in live time, like Manti Te'o, like this decision, like oh shit, is he going to go or not? Ended up staying and then he balled out. But the thing was when he came back,
Well, the reason he stayed was because of this
what's
fake
that-
girlfriend.
Was it?
Yeah,
Why?
she like encouraged him to stay.
That's what she said.
That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
That's another thing. That's another thing I didn't like. From her perspective, she was a fucking hero.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she made Manti Te'o who he was.
That's a
Like,
she was
Yeah.
the reason he
She-
had such a good senior year.
yeah, she encouraged
But she
him.
wasn't the reason that he played so bad in the final game. You know, like,
Yeah.
like, so it's like, which is it?
Oh, no, that wasn't
you
my
gotta
fault.
pick a side. Like,
Yeah, in her mind, and this is what cracked us the fuck up. We talked about it with the voicemails. We'll get to that, but like
yeah, go ahead and say that.
it was a real thing for this person, and it's like, okay, well, I wanted to. So where were we at? Let's fast forward. So basically, his grandma dies before an important game or before the season or some shit, or during the season. I can't remember. Maybe it was like
it was during the.
it was at the end of the last season of his senior year. So the last game,
Okay.
the USC game, and then he was going to play for the national championship.
No, I thought there were a couple games left in the
no,
season.
yeah, yeah, it
'Cause
was-
he balled out the rest of the season. I think there were
Right.
like 4 games left.
He was
No,
playing
no,
for his
I-
grandma, right?
He balled out. Yeah, he did ball out.
Yeah.
So yeah, his grandma died, and then that same day, because the catfish girlfriend now felt like he was pulling away from her. So
That's how it happens.
So he at the time,
oh my god, bro,
he at the time pretended to be the sister that he made up of the girl that he already made up to tell
Manti Te'o that she got into a fucking like
car accident, right?
yeah car accident.
That's right, the car accident. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and then in the car accident, like they found out she had cancer. I can't remember the whole thing. Point is,
She had cancer the whole time.
yeah, she had
that
cancer
was already
the
a
whole time.
struggle.
Yeah, that was,
Right.
so that the car accident happened a long time ago when this bitch was already feeling like he was pulling away. And then the day that his grandma died, he gets a call from like either the sister or the brother. I can't remember who it was.
Or the cousin.
But it was like,
because he was a character too. The person that was catfishing was a character in the family.
Yeah,
really?
his real self.
Oh.
Like he plugged himself into this family and was the cousin of the girl.
Because he went to see him.
Manti Te'o.
He went to see Manti Te'o with his like
Yeah,
niece
with
or
his
something.
sister.
Oh, with his
That
sister.
he was saying, but that in Manti Te'o's mind, that was his girl's niece.
Oh.
But it was actually that fucking guy's sister.
Oh,
This
whoa.
guy was twisted, dude. He was. This
is wild.
We need.
This
It's like
motherfucker was
the
nuts.
Always Sunny
Dude, you guys
thing
should
where
watch it,
Charlie's
like, for
writing the
real.
whole thing.
I gotta
on
watch
the-
this whole thing.
You gotta
Okay.
watch it. You gotta watch it.
It's-
Whatever.
yeah,
Point
it's
is,
wild.
The day that his grandma died, he gets a call. His girlfriend dies from cancer. She loses the fight to cancer. He fucking balls out because like the type of person he is too is like he even explains it. He's like, I could have like taken that to myself and like separated because even the coaches were like, why are you gonna play? But he's like, if I have a chance to be an inspiration to somebody, like I want to take that chance. And like then he got shit on afterwards for like playing after his girlfriend died. Everybody was obsessed with the fact that his girlfriend, but it's like motherfucker still played after his grandma, like the day his grandma died.
There was still a death.
Yeah, there was still an actual real death, and he still like that's the type of character that we're dealing with. Like we're not dealing with a regular person. We're dealing with somebody who actually like believes the shit that he says, like motivational shit. Like he is that guy.
Right. The reason they got so upset though was because I mean he already was huge.
Yeah.
He got even bigger because
ESPN
now all these
was eating
people,
it up.
they were interviewing him, asking about the girlfriend, asking about the grandma constantly, and to the point where he was getting propelled to possibly win the Heisman.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know,
of it.
I don't know that he would have been in that same position.
No, he wouldn't have. 100%. How many linebackers win the fucking Heisman?
Yeah,
none.
Yeah, exactly.
None.
And he didn't even win it that year, but I don't even think he ever was. Like I remember that. Like Johnny Manziel, there's nobody who was gonna beat Johnny Manziel that year.
That was the same year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So then whatever. So then it comes out that it's fake, and everybody's tying it to him. Like he knew. Like he set
made
it up.
Right. I remember that. Like the people thought he was.
Yeah. Like
in on the
imagine
whole
that
thing
shit,
as, like, for
bro. Like
publicity.
imagine you just found out that you got catfish because this too. Like it went crazy for him too. Like right around the Heisman time, this fucking crazy bitch calls back.
He was
as like
finding
a sister
out,
or something like that, and then like it's like Manti, it's me. Like in
I'm
his
not
fucking
dead.
girl voice, like I'm not dead, and he's like, get the fuck out. Like at this point, I'm like, come
something's
on,
not right,
bro.
yeah.
Like, and he's like, if it's really you, send a picture of yourself.
Yeah.
And he was like, and it's gonna have these things. Like he's already been investigating. He's like, this bitch is not gonna make me look fucking even more stupid than I already look.
Yeah.
And then he's like, take a picture of yourself with the fucking date and doing this sign, which I think for this like him, there was like this whole big thing, like Hawaiian like culture, whatever. He gets the fucking picture, bro. Like he gets the picture.
Because I don't know if we prefaced
say
it. The girl was a real person.
The girl that he was using was somebody that guy went to high school with.
Oh, okay.
So like he weaseled away for that girl to send him that fucking picture.
Yeah, he randomly
weird.
The catfisher randomly messaged her and was like, "Hey, can you send a picture doing this? I'm trying to get inspiration for some. I forget what it was.
Like some dying kid or
somebody
some
battling.
shit.
This.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy.
This dude was
did
nuts,
so
bro.
much twisted stuff.
Nuts. And then like at that point I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like this is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, but at this point, like he's still not really believing it. He says he's not. But then you talk to his dad, and his dad's like, I'm telling him, like, are you fucking stupid, bro? And he's like literally crying, like, bro, she's alive. He's like
I don't think she's alive.
His dad has
no fucking way.
His dad had no mercy.
Ain't no fucking way. Like that was like, bro,
like
you cannot be this fucking dumb.
Who says they're dead and then now it's suddenly alive? Like there's something up, something's up. Which I'm with the dad on
Somebody's
that.
lying about something.
Even if
I don't like it.
Even if she was telling the truth that she died and came back to life, get rid of her.
Yeah.
Like,
that's not what you want right
that's
now.
Jacked up. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, this is another crazy part. The fucking when she was dying, he was on the phone with whoever was there with her. I don't know if he was playing as the cousin or the sister. I can't remember who he was playing. But he was holding the phone. He was like, "Oh, I have it next to her. Like, say whatever you want." And he starts talking to her, and then all you hear is like, it's like he literally was like this, and you heard this.
like he was mimicking the breathing.
And then he was like, Manti. And she said like 3 times, and then like nothing, and then she died. Supposedly.
Oh no!
Probably the funniest thing on the whole documentary though was nobody believed that it was really this guy doing the voices this entire.
So then, like, okay, so Manti to be like, yo, guys, I'm not fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Releases voicemails that he had with his girlfriend. and that she sent him, bruh.
It was
Holy
convincing.
shit, bro.
It was
Really?
very convincing.
Like literally, he's holding it up. Like I think in a point in the documentary, he's holding up. He's like, "Am I fucking crazy? Like, does this not sound like a female to you? Like, what are you talking about?" And so this person went to Dr. Phil. And so
Dr. Phil and his
Oh,
infinite wisdom,
man.
bro. He had him
Dr.
on.
Phil's involved now.
That was the height of Dr. Phil.
yeah,
Too.
no,
that,
I
how
had
about
Dr.
that?
Phil.
Oh,
Oh,
it was-
catch me outside.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
That's true.
That
That's
got
true.
him the
This was
biggest.
on the come up.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was on the come up.
So Dr. Phil had him in a booth, in a voice booth, and like made him. So one thing they
He had
found
to make
out
him
is that
comfortable.
this person, like the dude, he had to turn off all the lights in his room and shit to like get into character. Like this dude was a method acting catfisher, and so like he got behind the fucking booth and then like did the voice, and everybody's like, "What?"
It was.
I'm in
nuts.
love.
Yeah.
And then Leanne asked me to do the fucking girl voice, and I suck at it, so I want to hear you guys'
I mean,
girl
that's-
voice. What's
dude.
your girl voice?
Hey, Alex. Dang.
Not really convincing.
Yeah. If I heard that voice.
Yeah, you're like, why is there a
Exactly.
clown outside?
I'm
man?
hanging up. Yeah.
I forgot what he said. He said something like, fuck, I forgot. But it was like, hey, I hope you get home safe or something like that. It was like, so I tried to do it. I was like,
Oh yeah, we should have gotten the line. We should have gotten
Yeah.
the
yeah,
actual
the
line.
fucking actual line he said. I was like, I love you.
Oh, dude.
Hey, did you get like I can't even fucking try. Like she was like, you're
It
fucking
was
joking. I was
good,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even like try to do it.
Yeah, but prior to okay, so that's fine that you can't do it because remember prior to Dr. Phil had experts like looking at the voicemails and they were like, "There's no way this was a man."
Dr. Phil said like it was like
CIA
under
people.
1%,
Yeah.
like under 1% chance that he is the person on the tape.
Really?
Yeah, the experts, like he had experts.
Yeah.
And they were like, ain't no fucking way that's him. And this motherfucker watched this.
Shuts the
straight-
curtain.
Everybody's like,
straight
Like-
Wizard of Oz.
It was- you know what it reminded me
Ignore
of?
the man behind the curtain.
Do you remember in New Girl, like when Winston's like really good on the phone?
Oh,
but he
yeah,
has to get like
yeah.
comfortable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, that's what it reminded me of.
You
Winnie
know
the
what, I
Bitch
felt
was
that.
on the
Wizards.
phone,
I
dude.
felt that.
Oh, it's so funny, dude. Yeah, it's
So,
everybody needs to watch it
Dude,
because it's crazy.
interesting.
nuts.
Okay.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And at the end, it was fucking amazing.
It was
'cause
beautiful,
Then it
dude.
shows like it shows his true character and like he
Mantis.
fucking breakdowns at the
Yeah.
end. I was like, I don't really want to like spoil that because to me that was the most touching part of it. It made me really like feel for him, and it's
Yeah.
like I want to just make jokes because like he talks about how many people, and this was really like almost motherfucking put me to tears.
Yeah.
Because he starts talking about like everybody like shitting on him and making fun of him, and I was like, fuck, like I was
oh,
making
yeah,
fun of
yeah.
him at that
Yeah, I
time.
want to bully
Like,
him. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I literally, this is the fucked up part. I got on Twitter and I told one of my best friends that like we used to fucking rag on him all the time back then, and I was like, damn, bro, we owe him an apology. I was like, his response to me was, "Fuck, man, Tyler, that dude is
Oh
still
my
as stupid as he was back then."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude,
So, yeah, I
he's a
felt
really
bad.
good guy. It was one of those like stories.
I
at
saw
the
that
end.
it got to him too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's like,
without all this shit, would he have had a better career in the NFL? It's like, damn, like he still had an NFL career, and like I'm
Yeah.
sure he's grateful for that because that's the type of person he is. Like that's the thing too, is like he was slated even after all this controversy and all, like he said, like when meeting with all the teams, he met with 22 teams. Every single one of them asked him about the fucking story, the catfish
so it's
story.
like,
He's
yeah.
so it's like because of that, even because of that on draft night, they were telling him like, ain't no way you're going outside of the first.
Yeah.
And like he did.
Yeah, he went in the second round.
Yeah,
right?
he went in the second round. It was like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
Yeah.
without this controversy, like he goes top 15 maybe.
Really? You
Yeah.
think so?
Oh, for sure. Probably. I would say definitely top 20.
Wow.
I would bank top 15,
That's crazy.
especially if the story was true.
Yeah.
Like let's ignore everything. Just talent alone, he could have gone top
Yeah.
20 with all the hype that was behind him.
He was
for
good.
Sure,
man.
top 15.
He was really good.
Yeah.
And then he even said, like, once he got there, like, he talks about the psychology of, like, his mental afterwards. And it's like, before the gridiron or the football field was his, like, sanctuary. Like,
Yeah.
once he got there, everything else tuned out. And it's like, I'm the fucking man. Like,
Yeah.
this is my domain. And I'm going to, like, show you I'm the fucking man. Like,
Yeah.
that's his mindset. But then he's talked about playing in the NFL. Even in preseason, like, he was scared on the field. Every time he touched the field, like he was overthinking himself. It's like,
Right.
am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? And it's like it almost changed the person that he was. Like the competitor that he was almost got like taken away from him.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck, like that's crazy.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, the end ended up being very inspirational.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy too. Like a big thing was because people thought that he was gay. So like that was a big
right,
thing against him, like against the teams.
Yeah.
And like me and Leanne watching this, we're like, holy shit! Like,
That is a weird thing with the football. Is like somebody's gay, they're like, can't have you on your team.
but not now. Like
Especially
Right,
then.
now
Especially
now,
then.
the motherfucker goes first overall. Like
In
the
20
same shit
yeah.
that happens, the same shit, exactly the same shit. Even if they think that he did it, number 1 overall pick. And it's like back then, like just
Maybe.
a couple years ago, no, yeah, 100%. Carl Nassar, what is his name? Carl Nassar. I don't know. You guys just picked him up, I think. He's the first openly gay. Or no, because Sam whatever.
No, Sam whatever is who I was thinking
Yeah.
of. But he dropped down because he came out.
I don't think so. He wasn't good.
I don't think he was that good, but people were
I think he
like-
only got picked up because but that's just my personal
Yeah.
thing. I don't think he was good. But
Yeah, I don't think
but
he was
Kyle
that good,
Nassar,
but yeah.
Nassar is, to me is a better
Well, that guy's like a lineman. He's a
lineman. He's actually pretty good.
he's
Like he's
good,
decent.
yeah.
Like he's not great.
Yeah.
He's not like he's bounced around a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
And like he came out as gay, and now like that like I know that the Bucks signed him. It's like I wouldn't if he was just a regular fucking player, like I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But because he's in the news and in the media,
He was on the Raiders, right?
Yeah, he was on
With
the
John
Raiders.
Gruden, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Get off that team.
But it's like to me, I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like just a couple years ago, this man got kicked off the fucking first round just because people thought that he was gay.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
just crazy.
And he was hiding it from people.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not.
Yeah.
He's like, it's whatever, but I'm not. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. It was just crazy.
It is crazy, and what was so cool to me at the end is like through all like I mean this girl destroyed his definitely changed his career. Didn't destroy it, I
Definitely
guess,
changed
yeah.
it. Didn't
but
destroy
changed it
changed
drastically,
for sure.
destroyed his reputation.
So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I liked is when he was talking about the draft. He was like, I could sit here and be upset, but at the same time, like I still have an opportunity, and like I'm still like the type of person I am. I'm not gonna look at what could have been. And,
How
like,
old is he now?
He's my age.
yeah,
I think
he's
you know,
your age.
yeah, maybe a little bit older than
And
me.
he's retired?
Yeah,
He's
last
free
year was
agent.
his
We looked it
last.
up, yeah.
Last year
Oh,
was
he's
his
free
last
agent.
year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
As I was wondering.
But he
yeah.
still he talked about how
At
he's
the
moved
time
on
of the
and-
filming, he was still playing. He
He
was
was?
for New Orleans,
Okay.
yeah. Because he talks about it too.
Yeah. I thought he was
was
still in the
wild,
league
dude.
recently, so that's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was 2020 that he was last
Yeah.
time he was in the league.
No, I thought it said 2021.
Oh, okay, 2020.
So he played
Okay.
last
He
year.
played last year? Okay.
I don't know if he got picked up or not for this year. I don't think so.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. There's people that are free agents right now.
Bro, this
that-
is the most confusing offseason. I mean, people are
Bro.
retiring.
What about
I'm
AB?
retiring. He's retired.
He's
dude.
retired.
He's
but-
forcefully
yeah.
retired.
It's because no one wants to deal with his antics again.
Heck no.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy.
Tom Brady dipped for a while.
Dude,
Who knows?
Who was I listening to? I was listening to a podcast. I forgot who it was, but they were listing. I think it was Tom and Dan actually, and they were listing the shit that he's done since he came
yeah.
into the league.
Yeah,
I'm like,
the
damn, this
AB
motherfucker was
stuff, yeah.
crazy. Like,
The air balloon.
well, I knew that
Yeah.
one.
I was trying to
like
tell
that
you
one. Honestly,
guys.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm still a fan. Like, he like
He's the Kanye
to me the
West of,
shittiest thing he
football.
did was the Bucks thing.
Yeah, I think like the antics are fine. Like, well, he froze his feet off that one time.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't.
weird.
I didn't love what he did to the Raiders.
I thought that was
What did
overreacted
he
by
do
the
with-
Raiders. I didn't like how the
I
Raiders
just
acted.
felt bad for his teammates, where he just was like.
But I don't think his
he just
teammates.
didn't want to
I
show
don't
up.
think
He
his
didn't wanna-
teammates were like all up. I think it was just upper management of the Raiders, and like you see it done time and time again.
Yeah.
Where like
You're
these
like locking
owners
them
or
out.
whatever
Yeah.
is like basically big dicking the players, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
He was
'cause I'm
doing what
like,
basketball players can do.
Yeah,
'Cause
he was-
basketball
yeah,
players
exactly.
have a lot more agency in how they can get better contracts than football players.
That's the thing
so.
too. That's the thing with football players is like that, and people talk about it all the time. Like teammates don't hate him. Like nobody cares
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
AB. It's like
That's so crazy.
because
to
at the
me.
end of the day, like most of them don't have a voice, and it's like
Yeah.
because they're nameless. So like think about this. You don't know how many football players' names do you think you know? Like 20
Yeah,
active
maybe
players.
just one team's worth.
Like
on
you
the
could just
field.
name like
Like,
whatever. Like
yeah.
maybe 20 every quarterback and a couple position
Yeah.
players. Like if you're just an average, not like if you're into fantasy or whatever, because then you know a lot
Some
more.
people, bro. I've
know
met
everybody,
I've met
I'm
a couple
like-
people. I had a conversation with a guy a couple weeks ago. And he was like, "You like football?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he started going in like about.
But like
I was like, "Bro, I like the Green Bay Packers. Like, what?
I don't even know who's all on the team.
He started talking to me about years past. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the average consumer of the NFL maybe knows 20 players off the top of their head, and it's like mainstream even less than that. Think about it. Like not ESPN, but just mainstream is like maybe 5. Like a couple quarterbacks and maybe a position player. AB would have been probably one of them, but not anymore or whatever because he's not.
Yeah, people don't know who's on like most tackle. Like
Yeah,
offensive line,
exactly.
I think is the most obscured one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who's your guard? I don't know.
You just block.
Yeah.
So like unless
You might know the center on.
I
your
got
team.
David Bakhtiari down, dude.
I know Quentin Nelson. That's about it.
Yeah.
We're paying for David Bakhtiari every year.
You got some centers. And
He's
you've
yet to
got,
play it
some
down.
guards. Yeah.
Yeah. But like none of those players have a voice. Like even if they wanted to,
But see,
speak
that's
out,
so
they
interesting that like that's okay. Like I don't know. Like you've said like that's what they've said. Like because I would think almost the
I'm
opposite.
sure there's some people that
I would
don't
think
like
almost
them.
the opposite.
He's
Like
gonna be a
I'm looking at
distraction.
it like, bro, you have it so good, and we're down here
I'm sure
day in and day out working, and you're coming down a daggum hot air balloon.
Okay,
That's
so
kinda
that's what I'm
funny,
saying.
though. That's
Yeah,
kinda
I thought
funny.
I like that.
The
If
frozen
I'm a
feet was
teammate,
a
I'm like
weird
that.
one.
You know,
Yeah.
you know the kind of good athlete.
But it's like,
I was. I
okay, do you
hated
think
that?
that any teammate hated fucking well, it's not really a good time to talk about him because he's in trouble. But
Oh boy,
Who now?
he was gonna say
Skittles.
Deshaun Watson.
No,
Skittles.
fucking running back just got caught in a DUI with a
Oh,
drove
Marshawn
the rim
Lynch.
off. Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch?
Like when he was doing his shit, like nobody
Yeah.
I
didn't
don't
like
know.
him. He was doing the I'm just here to fucking, and his whole team got behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was making a little. You can argue that he was making it
also
about
hates,
himself.
Richard Sherman because his antics.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Richard Sherman.
But if he was
he
on
also
Green
tried
Bay
to break
Packers-
into his ex-wife's house. So.
Okay, I don't like
Yeah,
that part. Yeah,
Like,
not
he's
cool.
crazy.
Let's.
He's
That's
crazy.
another bad example.
But I did like have. Didn't he get fined?
Football
for
players
not,
are violent.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
It might be the CTEs. I don't know.
You're like, yeah, just like Aaron Hernandez. You think anybody like that guy?
It's almost like we train these guys from the age of like 6 to be violent human beings, and then at age 32, we're like, all right, you're done. Figure it out.
You're trash now.
There's like
Bye-bye.
there's like NFL PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. Like you're okay. So this
You've been trained to murder the guy on the other side of the ball.
Exactly.
Every
Since
single
a
play.
young age,
Harder.
like your body developed into a murdering machine.
Yeah.
Like that's who your body developed into because of all the fucking hard work and shit, and obviously genetics, but whatever. And now, like at 32, you're like, all right, no, that's it. Yeah. And now every time you get mad, like that same fucking aggression, that football aggression, like peers his head. And then
you
imagine
just-
fucking head injury on top of that.
You
Like
just imagine
holy
like
shit.
seeing your football coach's head on that person. You're like,
Well, because it still like happens to me. Like even playing high school football.
We're trapped in here with
reel
him.
it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on the door side.
Yeah.
No, but like I still hear my coach calling me soft, like in random fucking times. Like when I'll just be running, and then like I fucking remember Coach Brightbill like telling me I'm fucking soft. And it was
Coach
like
Brightbill.
that shit still like is ingrained.
He's like,
I remember my coach was calling me bright eyes and getting real uncomfortable, bro.
Sunshine.
he's so happy to be here, but that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
You didn't get my remember
Sunshine.
Titans reference.
Dang.
Bro, you know I don't.
That
It's
movie
been
was
so
great,
long.
bro.
I need to watch it again. I
been
just
a
know
while.
right side or left
Great.
side, strong side.
Yeah.
I almost
Yeah.
said it wrong. I remember it. It's been a long time.
No, I love that movie. That movie was really good.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen,
I was waiting for the big sigh.
yeah, I was trying not to let a little bit of silence go in there. I
Yeah.
was trying to cut it out so Clint doesn't make fun of us.
Gentlemen.
Gentle.
It's been a pleasure. You know, we're just a couple hours over where we were supposed to be. Alex.
Sorry.
But yeah, thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah, for real.
Hit us on the
Appreciate it.
socials.
Bunker Boys with the Z_podcast. Click the link to go to the YouTube. We're also on Spotify.
In any podcast app, basically.
Any
Kyle's
podcast
got us.
app.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kyle's taking care of us
Should
on
be
that
on
one.
pretty
Wizard.
much. We have an RSS feed if you want
There
that.
it
I
is.
can give that to you.
There it is.
You know.
The however you want to consume our content,
Yeah.
we'll provide it.
We might even have a guest in here one day.
We're not on OnlyFans though.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get
Oh,
there.
what are you doing, Alex?
It doesn't have to be porn, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Come on. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be.
I'm going to do recipes.
Gotcha. All right.
Shirtless
We
recipes
better-
with Evie.
Oh, geez.
Just burns his
So
chest.
yeah, guys, please blow us up.
Yeah.
So that-
Please, please. I don't don't want to go to work.
If we didn't finish a story,
I'm so tired of it.
Please
All
blow
right.
us up.
Yeah.
I better get going.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
say something I shouldn't.
thanks,
All right.
guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Deuces.